Whew.
Man.
It's been a little bit since we got on these cameras.
Feels good after what we did earlier, to be honest.
What's that?
Twitter Spaces.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think to start off, we probably want to welcome a bunch of new people into the show by way of the spaceship that is YouTube Shorts. We just started uploading little clips of like stuff going on in preseason, stuff like that. I think probably a lot of you that sub to us are new to the episode because this would be the first one that's come out since. This is more sort of what we aim for to do on a regular basis, just kind of keep it short, like 15, 25-minute episodes, typically weekly, just talk about games that have happened.
We stay true to that name, Post 90 Podcast. This is the podcast that we record typically directly after 90 minutes.
The CCL game wrapped up probably 15 minutes ago. And we're obviously going to get into that. But first off, just make sure you check out our Twitter. That's also a great place to be.
The best place, some might say.
Yeah, like Justin just alluded to, for the first time, we always wanted to do this last season, but it felt better to start it with like a clean slate of a new season. But we're trying to host Twitter Spaces for pre-games, like lineup drops. We all hop in there and talk to each other. If you don't know what it is, it's like a Discord call, but on Twitter. You don't have to leave the app. You can still scroll around while you're in there. And we had a bunch of fans hop in. We talked to some fans and some members of the media, I guess, or the ex-media with Christian, and had a lot of cool opinion shared. It's kind of like a mini live podcast where you guys can just sit here and talk into the mic as if you were in the studio.
With unlimited guests. Being able to call in anybody.
And there's no pressure, too. Like, you can just sit in there and listen. You don't have to talk. So I think that's the cool part.
Or just emoji react like some other guys were doing.
Some people were just spamming those 100s, spamming those flames.
It was like we had our own little Twitch chat.
It's like, I don't know if I like Tinnerholm. 100 or something. But yeah, it feels like we're vets now in this podcast game.
It feels way too comfortable, doesn't it? It's bizarre.
I was going to say, I feel like the players must have felt like stepping onto the field. Like, at what point does what is it, the quarterfinals or not even of this tournament feel like you don't feel pressure anymore?
Well, especially when we're playing the way we did, but
and maybe there's a little bit of nerves when we have guests on or have conversations about some of the future shows that we may have,
some of the things we have, some big plans,
some things lined up,
some things well beyond.
But like when it comes to a solo episode, and I think this is our first solo episode of the year, it's like, I don't know. I feel like we've been here before. Man. And if everybody can't tell, we have
received some packages.
We've received a pack from NYCFC. Upgraded the studio a little bit as much as we could, and made sure to throw on all the merch for this first episode back. I
just feel good to be back. Engaging with people.
And seeing competitive minutes being played.
Yeah, it's seeing... Taty be the guy we all thought he would be this year so far.
I mean, it took 4 minutes for him to get on the score sheet.
Obviously, I mean, it's a pen. It was
I was really worried that I don't know what could have happened if it didn't go in. But we don't live
like you're saying that.
But we don't live in that timeline, so it's fine.
I'm just saying. So you're saying it's possible that the Taty pen, let's say it was on a balance beam, and if that misses, it tips, and that thing just never comes back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think we had a conversation on Twitter or just a few tweets back with some guy who was like, or maybe somebody just tweeted it. I really don't know. There's been There's been so much happening on Twitter, but he said something like, "Does anybody remember when we didn't know if Taty was gonna be able to replace Hebert, or like the dark days of the middle of the 2021 season?
Yeah,
when it was like he's not the guy. Like there was definitely episodes. I think probably from everybody in the NYCFC world.
I was saying some slanderous stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I was saying some slanderous stuff.
So I was just concerned about
Christian reminded me of that.
The balance beam,
genuinely, because he was like, we thought that Taty was just gonna. I was on here with my face on camera in the best quality that thing can pump out, saying that I think Taty's a winger.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was. I mean, he was. To be fair, he was.
Yeah.
Like he didn't become this guy overnight.
No.
It kind of gradually got there.
Yeah.
But I'm happy he's here.
Yeah, and thankfully we have him, and thankfully Ronnie was able to also help develop that player. I think there's words to be said about Ronnie for doing that.
I think their friendship
huge
has done
part.
Amazing things for Taty.
Yeah,
just on how to be a professional.
And we still even saw it tonight. Things are kind of what is the saying, like, as usual. I can't think of it.
Yeah, it's just seemed business as usual.
Yeah, business as usual. It does look like, before everybody gets all crazy or bent out of shape on Twitter, it looks like a team that hasn't played a competitive game in 2.5 months. As with every team, against a very chippy team as well in their home stadium. With CONCACAF games, it's always going to look like how it looked. Yeah. I think you sent me a text and you were like, at this point, probably like the 60th or a little bit after that minute, like, I just want to get out of here without any injuries, especially after we see them almost
chopping everybody
forcefully stretcher Maxi out of the field when he didn't need to be.
Right.
You're just hoping, for no injuries. So it was a good game, I would say.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, in the opening, I'd say like 15 minutes, I was like, dang, is this team really this good, or is the other team just that trash? Mm-hmm. I think the other team was just pretty much that trash.
Yeah, they're missing some important pieces, I guess.
Well, yeah, they could have visa issues and stuff like that.
But they'll be back next week.
Yeah, I mean, T's and P's, but I mean, there's nothing that team can do versus the quality that we possess.
No,
that just isn't.
Yeah, not without us causing it for them. There were
we tried very hard. We tried desperately to let them score.
Sean tried his best. Everybody was out there trying their best to just give up a goal. Like Christian said, I had my tweet typed out and my finger on the button to be like, here is the stupid goal that Christian said would be given up 30 minutes ago in our Twitter spaces.
Yep.
And thankfully somehow we held on and it didn't happen, but we were so close the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that we didn't concede, especially when, you look at the subs late on with Thiago Martins coming in and, just those subs that we made. I figured if we're going to concede at all, it's going to be with those subs on. I mean, Justin Hack, what did he play? 2 minutes at that? Yeah, it was, like you said, it's business as usual. It was get in, get out. Don't be carrying any injuries out of this.
Yep.
As much as they try to make it chippy. But in my opinion, what I've taken away from this game was less the performance and more their ability to be chippy right back. Like, this team has that bite in them that, like, I don't think we had in years past.
Yeah.
To where we can go to, like, a Mexican club and be like, dude, if you want to kick us, we're going to kick you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
We don't care.
You have to do that.
Have to.
I think it was, like, right after Taty's pen, I think he fouled somebody and they were running out of bounds and he just, like, threw him to the floor. And I think I texted you and I was like, Taty's still a hothead.
Yeah. Taty's Taty.
Taty's scoring. He's still a hothead. All is hot right in the world.
Very competitive. I'd say competitive.
Yeah. It's a little bit of both.
Because, to be fair, Taty's not just out there elbowing people for no reason.
No.
He had to get pushed.
Something has to happen to him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Although he also, I believe, 2 years running has been the leading fouler in the MLS.
Leading shooter, leading scorer.
Leading goal scorer.
He likes to lead, okay? By example.
With MLS trophies. Yeah, I think the second leg, we got to be smarter not to make those mistakes because they will have, those 3 guys who I guess are their top scorers. They're probably going to make us pay more so than the guys that were on the field
in these legs.
What's your prediction? Game 2? Were you right about game 1?
I don't think I threw out a prediction.
Somebody in the spaces said 2-0. I think Davey.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
yeah, I think Davey.
Yeah,
Davey.
Shout out him.
Yeah, I think he said 2-0.
Yeah,
and I think Christian said 3-1. 3-1.
It could have happened. I mean, it could have been like 6-0 with Tales. He had a number of opportunities, a number of like tap-ins early in the first half.
I think it'll be important
away.
To like early on to try not to like judge individuals too much early on, just because it's like it is early, but Tales like needs to get into the groove. It seems like he needs to play every minute of every game.
Yeah.
For like as long as we can get him minutes, because his touch seems a little bit off, like shaky a little bit. Finishing clearly was not there. It wasn't what we saw towards the tail end of last season.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird because, you know, with all the conversations that we had in the off season, some that you've seen and some that you haven't for various reasons, the thoughts were like Hebert is probably first choice if the fitness is there and he's okay from his injury, and then second up it's Tales. So it is weird, I think, for the expectations that we had of the off season to see him not quite there, but this is the first game. Yeah. It's the first 90 minutes.
But also the expectations coming off of an MLS Cup may not be super realistic. I think we can all level with that.
I mean, before the Cup, they were already exceeding
I think Tales, he's one of the next guys, but I think Santi, of everyone on the team, Santi is going to be the next, like, big signing from our team, I feel like. Yeah. Either Santi or Collins.
And unfortunately, we won't have Santi next game because of the red card.
That was so cheese.
Yeah, it wasn't deserved, but that's...
It was
what happens to us.
For sure yellow. Mm-hmm. For sure foul, at least.
Not a red.
Never a red.
So that'll at least be interesting very early on. We're going to get to see who Ronnie believes the next man up is.
It's got to be Thiago. If it's Jason, though?
I don't know. Jason wasn't even in the 18. He was in the 18?
Yes. He was. I don't know. If it's Jason, then Thiago training with MLS 2. Or I mean, NYCFC 2.
I wanted to talk about that in our spaces, but
I don't know. That could tell a lot. If it's Jason and Thiago's been practicing with NYCFC 2. I said MLS 2 because been away for a while. It is what it is. I think that'll say a lot.
When we're like 50 episodes.
Dude, it's going to be 107 episodes. I'll still be doing it. But yeah, no, I think that'll be really telling at that point. Yeah. If he's still not.
Well, you were leading the charge because I texted you when Thiago was on the starting squad for NYCFC 2, and I was like, isn't this a little weird? And you're like, no, they probably just need to fill a role.
Yeah.
And now you start to think.
And then he doesn't start.
Yeah.
In this game.
But I think we would make that decision too, the same as Ronnie. Right?
To not start him? Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody
would pick Santi over him. I think, like I said, Santi's the next star on our team.
The next Maxi, hopefully.
He's the next whatever he wants to be. Mm-hmm. Like technically he's insane. I think he's a little slow, but technically he's insane.
Yeah.
So I think he's the next guy, but you can't start Thiago over him.
No.
Thiago's that guy that you plug in the 57th minute when you need to break the revs.
Although that's one thing that I forgot about Ronnyball somehow. One thing that I was thinking leading into the game was that I'd like to see some valuable minutes from Thiago, our new center back, and some valuable minutes from Hebert. Not that I'm complaining about Ronnie's sub pattern. This man has earned whatever he believes to be correct.
Whatever the formula. There you go. is it? That's the formula.
Yeah. He has, for us, whatever he wants to do flies.
For at least a year.
For at least a year. Yeah. At least half a year. And
4 months and a half.
I mean, if we're not in the playoff contention halfway through the season and we're not close, men will be upset, but we won't bail on him.
No.
What we're saying is he has bought himself the ability to do what he pleases, and I think fans often wish that managers will display some new players and stuff like that and allow people to get fit, but it's not Ronnie's style. You're seeing subs after the 85th minute only, really, and it wasn't a game where he could be like, yeah, let's see how Thiago does, because it was close and we were fighting, at points, even though up 2-0. So
well, once we lose Santi, I mean, that kind of changes the whole.
Yeah, he went and he did go into park the bus mode.
He may have wanted to put on Thiago instead of Justin Hack, but the game just kind of decided that Justin Hack was going to play for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So who knows?
It is what it is. There's a lot more games. I think we're probably just impatient because it's been 2.5 months since we got to.
Yeah, I want to
like this and enjoy
I just want to
this.
get back to where it's a game every week.
Most times, 2 games a week for NYCFC. Somehow the MLS scheduling gods are like, let's just give them hell.
Yeah.
The team and the people that need to now record 2 podcasts a week.
Dude, the more the merrier.
More the merrier.
The more that you guys are listening, I mean, dude, we'll pump these things out every freaking day if we have to.
Hey, 2022, we're
to the moon.
We're killing it. We're going like shorts all the time, spaces all the time. We're hitting you guys with episodes, and I'm sure we'll think of more harebrained schemes to record things to give to you as
spaces,
as our bored minds
spaces
create them.
As mini episodes. There'll be content for everyone that wants to listen, and I mean, we couldn't be more grateful for the people that do. It's just insane.
And the people that just, if you live on Twitter and you follow us and engage with us and our tweets all the time, that's just as big. So make sure to follow over there.
Join up on our spaces every single pregame. I think that's the goal.
Yeah,
is to get those done. I mean, it'd be since it's so easy to do. I mean, we can do it from anywhere. It's hard to imagine a situation where we couldn't. Yeah. Like unless we're at like a wedding or something like.
Or if we're at like I don't know, if we're at the stadium, we would just have to
find a quiet place.
Consider how possible it is. But we're here. You guys know us. We're recording things always. So stick around. Definitely sub to the YouTube. If you've made it to like this far and you're not sub to the YouTube, definitely hit that. Because you are about what we're doing. So
yeah,
we'll see you guys soon. I think that about sums it up.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you guys next week
after leg 2.
Yeah. Oh, and sometime soon. The only thing missing, we'll go back to the merch thing. We did get our merch. Haven't got our tattoos yet.
Oh, needs to be on camera.
Yeah, so I need to verbally commit on camera and through audio waves. I am getting a tattoo on my neck.
On his neck?
Yeah, just right on my neck.
Right on it.
Yeah.
Right on, dude.
Because career allows that.
Because we won the cup.
And we can.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Tattoo pictures to come.
Yes.
Peace.
Absolutely. Peace.